Benny, old chum, the usual potato moochie, please. And make it for the three today as well. Have you all heard the grave news? A frenzied Cleavor from the rumors. It ended up mauling some of our galaxy folks who went out to investigate it this morning. The medical corps has had a hard time getting all injured back on their feet. Ah, is the Cleavor what that was reported struck by a powerful lightning? Yes? I did hear he's been behaving most erratically since then. Still, if further investigation is in order, then the Survey Corps will, of course, step up to the task. A certain amount of danger is inevitable when researching unfamiliar Pokémon, but I'm sure Nick here can handle things just fine. Are you certain? I've heard Cleavor is so mighty, even alpha Pokémon don't compare to him. Now, you forget that the strengths of Pokémon are key items in information that we of the Survey Corps are duty-bound to research. And since the perilous work of ours calls for a clear head and fighting-fit physique, I do believe a good night's sleep is in order after this fine meal. Alright, let's eat some food, and then we'll head out and see this Cleavor thing. Good morning, Nick. You should hurry to the commander's office before he decides to use you for sumo practice. Oh, man, I don't want to do that again. That was not fun. There you are. Let's hurry to headquarters. Look who's being punctual. Finally realized you're wasting Almighty Sinnoh's precious time by blowing him shave. There you go again, insisting on your false image of Almighty Sinnoh as a ruler of time. My people followed the true Almighty Sinnoh, the front of all creation and ruler of space. Ha! You could have all the space there is and still not know what to do with it. Excuse me? Are you really suggesting that you make better use of your time than we make of Hisui's space? Better than some. It's a miracle you showed up on time, oh mighty leader of the Pearl Clan. I worried you got lost in the pointlessly vast space you're so fond of, and never show up. Me? Get lost? In Almighty Sinnoh's great gift to the Pearl Clan, if in our world's very basis? You wish. I wish that I hadn't let myself get dragged into arguing with you. Almighty Sinnoh, forgive me. What a waste of time. I'm off to Commander Commando's office. Believe it was you who started this. What? You can feel the tension when those two show up. You haven't met them, have you? The woman with the reverence for space is Areana, leader of the Pearl Clan. The man who is going on and on about time, Admanan, leads the Diamond Clan. The Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan grudgingly coexist at the moment. Apparently, things used to be less peaceful. Really? That seemed awful. But the boss, the commander is waiting. We should save this conversation for after you report to him. So, really quick, I just want to trade out some of my Pokemon real quick. Yeah, I think I'm good with just that. Alright. What do you intend to do about that Cleavor Commando? He may be a descendant from a warrior of Almighty Sinnoh, but look at the mess he's causing. We can't sit back and let him rage on. You do get right to the point, Edmanin. Time wasted is lost. Well, tell me, what would you have us do? Cleavor is a precocious lord of the Pearl Clan, is he not? That's the point. My clan can't intervene directly where a lord of the Pearl Clan is concerned. If my people were to do something, our two clans might end up back at each other's throats, just like we used to be. But even folk of the Galaxy team have not been wounded, haven't they? Seems someone's gotta do something here. Who then? Would the Diamond Clan have the Pearl Clan bring down one of its own honored nobles? I don't believe I said that. Thought it, maybe. You might as well have said it, you fool. Look, we don't even know what drove Lord Cleavor into such a violent frenzy. I'd like to know myself. This is a first as far as my clan knows, too. I see you've arrived. Hi. This is Nick, the newest member of our survey corps. Aha! I hear from Mai you earned a Weird Year's favor. Good to finally meet you, stranger from the Rift. I am Madden, leader of the Diamond Clan, if you want to be formal. But this is a mouthful. Just call me Madden. I don't even know how to pronounce your name, dude. If you came from beyond the space-time rift, you could be from the space where Almighty Sinnoh is said to reside. I am Arada, leader of the Pearl Clan. Caution and foresight are my backwatchwords. Which is why I have trouble believing such a tale. Could you really have passed through that rift? I have a proposition. Why not send this one to study Cleavor before deciding what must be done? You'd send a stranger who supposedly fell from the rift to study Cleavor? This newcomer with no experience? Says the leader with almost no experience. Being a good leader isn't a matter of time. It's a matter of embracing Hisui's vastness without fail. Well then, there you have it. If how new you are doesn't matter, then let's give the kid a chance. I'm sold, Commander. Let's try this your way. This should be fun. I'll get to see how good you galaxy folk really are with all your weird ways. Putting Pokemon in those strange balls and what have you. That whole practice bothers me. Almighty Sinnoh made Hisui vast so Pokemon could live freely throughout. We're meant to stand alongside Pokemon, not count ourselves above them. We do not use Pokeballs from a desire to control our Pokemon, only so that we can live together. Allow us to show you what we can do. This is your mission now, Nick. I order you to study Cleavor and help us find the truth of this situation. I accept. Remember that you are a stranger who appeared one day, out of the very sky above us. People are naturally suspicious of your presence here. If you wish to be fully accepted and trusted, you must work hard. Work yourself to be to the very bone. Well, that's settled. And there's no time like the present. The Lord of the Woods, Cleavor, is descended from the Pokemon that was blessed with Almighty Sinnoh's own power. No other Pokemon have yet encountered can compare it to its strength. Be warned. Okay. Listen to me. The Galaxy Expedition team has come to the Hisui region as a group of outsiders. Some might even call us interlopers. We mustn't do anything to threaten our relations with the Diamond and Pearl clans. Understand? Join me downstairs, Nick. We'll cover the details of this new mission. Imagine just seeing that in the hallways, just like someone. Huh! Imagine seeing that IRL. Ah, good, you're already here. Professor Leventon, the briefing, if you please. Yes, let's get straight to it. So, Nick, I understand you've been requested to find out the cause of Cleavor's frenzied state. But as you're aware by now, Cleavor is a mighty thing, nay, invincible even. The security corps tried throwing Pokeballs at Cleavor when they were attacked, but I'm afraid they didn't even manage to come close to catching him. It seems that he's a far trickier opponent than even those aggressive species of Pokemon that cannot be caught outside of battle once they're railed. I'd like to be perfectly clear on this point. This mission will put you in extreme danger. Do you believe you can handle it? Of course. Very well, then let's go over the particulars. The Diamond and Pearl clans revere their nobles because they believe that these Pokemon serve their almighty Sinnoh. They leave offerings to express their gratitude to these Pokemon in locations they call the Noble Seats. So perhaps a good starting point for our research could be to find out what sorts of offerings they normally leave this Cleavor. Nick, we need to speak with you. What? Oh, I got confused for a second. Listen, that rift in space-time seems like it connects this world to a whole other world. That world might be where Almighty Sinnoh itself resides. The true Almighty Sinnoh, that is. The one that rules over time. Why can't you guys just agree to disagree, or agree that there might be one of both time and space? So, if you fell through the space-time rift, that might mean you traveled through time. By Almighty Sinnoh's own power. Think of it. You must have been just swimming in its divine might. Well, I've got a favor to ask you, O amazing time traveler. Don't just study Cleavor. Quell its frenzy. Well, you certainly caught us at a good time, young Admanin. We were just discussing our next steps with regard to the whole Cleavor situation. Oh, you must be the Galaxy Team scholar I've heard about. Good to meet you, Mr. Professor. Share some of that knowledge with me sometime. Now, let me elaborate a little. Those Pearl Clan types have a lot of respect for Cleavor. You heard his little Lord of the Woods. I'm sure they'd rather get this under control too, but it's hard for them to come right out and ask. Those of the Galaxy Team, of all people, for help. And the truth is, we in the Diamond Clan have a similar problem on our hands. A Pokemon dear to us off in the mountains has flown into some type of frenzy as Cleavor. Now there's certainly bad blood between us and the Pearl Clan, but still, we've got to share Hisui, and that means we ought to tackle our problems together. But there aren't any capable of standing up to such powerful Pokemon. You're the best hope we've got. You'll find Cleavor at the Gradtree Arena. That's in the very heart of the Heartwood. His warden is a boy named Lyan. Lyan is a brilliant child, but also a bit, well, sometimes brilliance can be blinding, you know? He'll tell you all about his beloved Cleavor, whether you wish him to or not. Anyway, I'm sure you're up to the challenge, so we'll be counting on you. See you later. He certainly left quickly once he'd finished talking. I suppose he really does value his time. Admanan and Mai weren't wrong. You know, if you're to study and perhaps even quell Cleavor, you'd best start by visiting his abode. Our New Heights camp would be a handy place for setting out towards Grant Tree Arena. And you should stop by the pastures too. You'll want to choose the best Pokémon to bring. Alright, yeah. I need to do some training. I think. Yeah, probably. That rollout did a lot of damage to me just then. I'm gonna do some training real quick. So my Shinx can now evolve. So I'm gonna do that. Love that animation. Shinx evolved into Luxio. Nice. Alright, quick attack. See if this works. Please, 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 please. Yes! Oh! Okay, yeah, we're running. That's an alpha Pokemon there. There was just an alpha Parasect. Well, I'd get a decent amount of XP from it. And a good amount of my team is actually strong against Parasect. Let's go for it! Shoot, I got hit by something. Oh, wait, you're level 30. Never mind. I think we're gonna run. I think we're gonna run from this. Yes, I want to run. Shoot! It's after me, bro. It's really after me. And now this Paris is after me. Oh man, that was very scary. Some more Kricketot. I need to go over there, however, where do I go to get over there? Looks like this is the only way forward. Oh, come on! There's a Delta Poke. There's an Alpha Pokemon over there. I don't know. Maybe if I can't fight him, so I might just want to sneak past him. I don't think this is gonna work. It doesn't look like there's much of a way to sneak past. Wait, he's leaving. Sort of. Uh-oh. Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm gonna be able to sneak past him. I think the only way to get past him is to fight him. It's only level 16. Okay, I was a bit worried. Oh my god! Thunderfang! Okay, that did good. But Water Pulse is gonna... Yeah, there goes Luxio. Now what? Zubat. Bite. Uh-oh. Okay, so Fire-type Pokemon can't go up against him because he's Water-type. Flying-type Pokemon can't go up against him because... Wait, derp, I send in Buizel, obviously. Man. Use Quick Attack. It has very low HP. Should be able to KO with that. Quick Attack again. There we go. My team took a beating, so... I'm gonna revive them and stuff. Hi, Psyduck. Okay, that did a bit of damage to me. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Cyndaquil can evolve. Let's do that. Cyndaquil evolved into Quilava. Without any Pokeballs, I don't think I'm going to be slowing down too much. Because there's not much to really slow down for. What? Is that a Scyther? I should come back here at some point. Oh, there's a path. Okay. There's a Psyduck guarding the path. I'll have to defeat it. Alright. Is this that, what do they call it? The forest arena? Sure looks like an arena in a forest. Hi? Oh, you're that warden! I'm Lion of the Pearl Clan, the warden to Cleavor, Lord of the Woods. And you, I've already deduced that you've come here to meet Cleavor. Am I right? Aren't I? Of course I am. I can see it so clearly. After all, the powerfully awesome Cleavor has become even more awesomely powerful. Perhaps that strange lightning the other day was Almighty Sinnoh's divine power. But whatever it was, it struck my lord and left him imbued with awesome might. So I must turn you away. Even if it pains me, it's too dangerous for you to meet Cleavor right now. I'll do anything, dude. I want to help you. Oh, such earnest desire to meet mighty Cleavor. I have to admit, I'm struck by your passion. But, well, I'm afraid your passion is not the real issue here. I've been told in no uncertain terms by Arada that I am to let no one near Cleavor. I will fight you off myself if you insist. If you wish to avoid battle, withdraw now while you still can, or face the wrath of my Goomy. A Goomy? I'll take you on. If you don't even realize I'm turning you away for your own safety. How sad you are. Go, Goomy, and see if you can ooze some good sense over this foolish troublemaker. Hi, Goomy. Luxio, let's go. Alright, use Bite. He's in strong style. Uh-oh. That'll hurt. Yikes. Luxio, return. Alright, Quilava, you're up next. Now, use Quick Attack. Haha, how can this be? I may have been defeated, But my point still stands. It's too dangerous to meet Cleavor right now. The only welcome you'll get if you approach him is a flurry of devastating blows. Normally, I'd simply try making him an offering. A nice heaped helping of his two favorite foods, served up with respect by his loyal warden. That's me, of course. Is simply enough to please him and soothe the prickliest of moods. But even I, Cleavor's loyal warden, can't get close enough to give my offerings now. Not with the way Cleavor is rampaging, running amok. There's nothing that an outsider like you can do. The ancestors of Cleavor, Weirdeer, and their cohort drew in Almighty Sinnoh's own power to protect Pokémon and people alike. So it's by their grace that our clan, that any of us, still lives in Vastasui today. Irata, what are you doing here? As you say, Cleavor's grown even stronger, but I'm afraid that strength poses a problem for us. If he was indeed struck by that lightning, could the bolts have sent the false Sinnoh that the Diamond Clan bows to? Cleavor means so much to our clan. I'd hoped we could bring this situation under control ourselves, not throw our hands up and ask some outsider to help. But we must save Cleavor from this frenzy. Every moment it continues, the danger grows. If more people in Pokémon are attacked, it will lead to conflict with both the Diamond Clan and the Galaxy team. You, stranger from beyond the sky, tell me, could the Galaxy people actually fix all this? Could an outsider actually find a way to quell our Lord's frenzy? I'll figure something out. Very well. Lyanne and I gather foods that please Cleavor in hopes that we might be able to get close enough to make him a proper offering. As for you, find your way to quell his frenzy, even if you must search every corner of vast Hisui. Getting a notification on my ARC phone. A mysterious power now enables you to return to base camps in an instant. Because I am really far away. I'd prefer not to walk all the way back. Yeah, holy cow, I went far. Like, okay, I just wanna... Let's head back. Let's head all the way back to the Fieldlands camp. Good to see you, Nick. And how's your research into Cleavor going? Swimmingly, I expect. Oh ho, is that so? Now that's quite the tidbit. So a serving of his favorite foods will normally make Cleavor quite agreeable. Is that it? I need to mull this over back at the laboratory. You should come along too, dear boy. I only caught 2 Pokemon because I only had a few Pokeballs. But I still have a bit of money now. Oh, whoa! That did a lot. I guess battling does do stuff. So, according to the information you were able to learn from Arata and Lyanne of the Pearl Clan, were this the normal course of events that frenzied Cleavor would be calmed by a nice serving of his 2 favorite foods? I do wonder, is it possible that the aromas or some other components of these foods might combine in a way that could not only calm Cleavor, but draw him back from his frenzy? But by our own report, even Cleavor's warden, who looks after Cleavor and knows him well, cannot approach him in his current state. It would be a fool's gambit to get close enough to offer him food. Give me a moment. If you would, I need some time to ponder on this. There ought to be something in my research notes that can help us. Eureka! We'll simply have to throw the food. You've quite the arm for throwing things, haven't you, Nick? Might I suggest you take Cleavor's favorite foods and throw them at the Pokémon? Makes sense. I remember I did the same thing with berries. Yes, it's all coming together. We can use our skill in Pokeball crafting to shape Cleavor's beloved foods into balls, then throw them to achieve the same calming effect, but from afar. A brilliant idea if I do say so myself. As for what to call these yummy projectiles, how about tea time balls? Puts one in mind of nice, relaxing afternoon tea, does it not? Why wouldn't you simply call them Leventon balls, Professor? Oh my, with that name, I'd sound like I'm the one being launched at our frenzied friend. In any case, we can rely on the Pearl Clan to gather the necessary food stuff, correct? Then you should get back to Grand Tree Arena and let the Pearl Clan know our plan. If you're off to Grand Tree Arena, best set out from the Heights camp, eh? Oh, look at Oshawott. Look at him in there. He's so cute. Oshawott is adorable. I love him. Well, oh, I can just walk around in first person like this. That is really disorienting. Someone want to make a VR for this? Well, anyway, guys. I've been recording for an hour and 30 minutes. More than that, actually. So I'm going to end off here. If you guys would have enjoyed, please let me know down in the comments. So yeah, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, share this video with everyone you know and love. And I will see you all later. Bye!